Michael started the program 3 weeks ago, and the biggest change is this: I'm feeling better with less inflammation, fewer aches in my body, and no more brain fog, especially in the second half of my workday. Welcome back to Driven for Health podcast, episode 103. I'm your host, Coach Brian Piranha, and today you're going to get an unfiltered look inside the systems of processes that are generating the really good results from my program, The Call to Rise. It's a 100-day fat loss challenge that I talk about quite a lot. But I wanted to peel back the layers and open up our private roundtable we hold every Wednesday and show you exactly what we're doing in there for guys over 40 to get their health back, eliminate fatigue, lose weight consistently throughout the 100 days that they're with me. In this episode, we're going to break down the definitive strategies for immediate results, including significant weight loss, right? Hear about how some of the clients are dropping multiple pounds week after week after week, and how they're focusing on healthier food is actually clearing up their mind, their productivity, and their focus, and eliminating some chronic inflammation that's causing a lot of aches and pains in their body. Also, what's the minimum effective dose for fitness and exactly what workouts should look like when you're trying to burn fat? That's super important. Then essential supplementation, we go over a little bit of talking about that, what that looks like in this episode, and some diet hacks of swapping out foods that can cut hundreds of calories and then also drop a lot of sugar to then be able to boost for lower calorie but more filling and more enjoyable meals. I hope that you enjoyed this episode. Let's dive in now. Well, we got the three amigos here. Excellent. Brandon, Mike, Devin, welcome. Happy to have you all here. I love starting off with silly questions just to kick things off. What is the most memorable sporting event or concert you've been to? We'll start there. Who wants to kick it off? Memorable concert or live sporting event?
I've had a good amount of them. Went to some World Cup games when it was in the U.S. back in '94, I think it was. Oh, good. I got to see Brazil play. And then I was with my son on Father's Day at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse when the Cavaliers beat Golden State. It wasn't live in person, but it was live with 20 other thousand watching it on the giant screens. Those are a couple that come to mind.
Yeah, it's
quick.
pretty epic. That was very epic. Devin, you have anything memorable?
I'm a big concert junkie, so I go to quite a few. I think most memorable was probably Creed Summer of '99 tour a couple of years ago. Seeing them live, front rows. It was a pretty epic show. So
Nice. That's awesome. Creed, whenever their music comes on, I just start singing. That was the time that people actually listened to the radio and they were playing a lot. Brandon, do you have anything?
I went to the last game when the Phillies won the World Series. That's pretty much it for me.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
my
it
wife,
was fun.
my wife and I went to Detroit, and there was a concert, and David Bowie is one of the headers, but there was also Busta Rhymes there too, and there's some other people, but it was pretty fun to see him live and in person. This was back in around 2000, something like that, 2002 time frame. 3 kids with her. So, all right, excellent. Well, let's start with some successes. I read through some of the things. We've got some guys melting away. Devin, you're down some weight here, right?
yeah, just over 3 pounds as of Monday. I didn't weigh in yesterday or today, but I'm happy with the progress so far. It's been a little bit of a wonky week coming back. Monday was my first day back after taking some time off from paternity leave, so it's been all out at work getting caught up. Yeah, thank you. So it's It's been a little harder with the third child to balance and prep meals, but I've definitely been cautious of my portions, my sizing, and just making sure that when I do eat, I'm focusing on making sure I'm curating the right plate so I'm actually full. So it's been good. So I'm happy with the progress and hopefully it continues to trend that way the rest of the week.
Yeah, definitely. That's awesome. 3 pounds, and that's we're off to the races. So, and we'll talk about more stuff on the prepping and all that stuff going forward. Brandon's down. How we
Hey,
doing?
good man, good. Yeah, I'm down anywhere between 4 and 6, depending on the
A
scale.
day. Yeah.
Yeah, but since I bought my own scale, it's definitely at least like 4.5,
Okay.
something like that. Um, yeah, it went, I think, like maybe quarter of an inch down on my waist. I'm starting to see a little bit of a difference for sure, and it was cool because somebody actually came to me that didn't even know I was doing this, just like a coworker of mine, and she's like, "Are you losing weight? Are you doing something?" So that was pretty cool. So, but yeah, everything seems to be going pretty good. I feel better. Thank God. I was sick for like 5, 6 days, so I finally feel better. So get back
Right.
100% instead of just like, the little bit that I felt like I could do for sure.
Yeah. Excellent.
But
Yep.
yeah,
That's awesome. Down
good.
some. It's
Yeah,
very good.
cool.
Good. Mike, how we doing? What's been successful? You had a really busy week. You should have said something. I was like, where's he been? He was messaging me a bunch, and then you got busy.
Yeah, yeah, Friday and Saturday was like 15-hour days, but the convention went great. Laura Logan from Fox News was the keynote Saturday night and had some interesting things to share. But anyways, I think altogether it's been well. I mean, since I started this maybe 3 weeks ago with you, the biggest thing for me is making time to get on the treadmill since I have it downstairs and doing that, not treadmill, elliptical, and doing that for 45 minutes to an hour. So I'm getting my steps in that way because with the new job, I'm sitting on my rear end quite a bit. But weight wise, I think I started this gig at about 192 and I'm down to 184.
Dude.
And I'd say the
Nice.
biggest thing is I've probably ate more green stuff in the last 3 weeks than I have in the last year.
Sweet.
Starting to kinda like it, like, my wife has turned me on to this, either an arugula salad with just lemon juice and seasoned salt, and I'll
Ooh.
eat the whole flipping, box or container of it. I've been much more disciplined when she and I eat out at nice places to not drink alcohol, which it's easy during Lent, but when Lent goes away, we'll see if I keep away from the booze. So anyway, just being smarter food wise. And then as an FYI, my new job, one of the benefits through Cigna Health Insurance is some virtual coach slash nutrition expert called Omada with an O. And they sent me a free scale that's a smart scale. So it will send my weight automatically to my coach. And some of the tips that I'm getting from her is like I'm getting them from you because it's consistent information, whether it's from you or for them. So
Yeah.
for that, anyways, thanks. And I got to drink a water at a St. Patrick's Day concert yesterday.
Oh wow.
Real
Excellent.
stimulating instead of drinking beer because they had no non-alcohol beer.
I remember I went to Brewbakers in Montrose to do bagpipes yesterday at 1:30, and it was too much of a bar scene, too loud for her, and so we bounced. And I ended up not drinking any beer. I've been spending too much money on ads, and so I have no money, fun money to spend on beer. So I've literally hardly drank in the last 12, 14 months because of it. So
Wow.
spending on coaching and ads, and I guess I'm not making it, and I'm spending all that money there. I gotta not overspend. So it's interesting. It's fine. I enjoy the beer for the taste, and something in the future for you, Michael, will be that it'll be a choice that you'll be able to choose if you want it or not. And but you can also start seeing that if you say had a beer every time you're out somewhere, all of a sudden in the last 3 weeks you would have had a 12 pack. or something, like
Yeah, no,
it
I
just,
mean, it adds up. I mean, I'll look forward to the day when I can do more than 1,600, 1,800 calories
yeah,
a day. But yesterday, I did 500 calories on the elliptical.
yeah.
Um, and then when I was out at the concert, the best thing I could eat was a flatbread pizza that had meatballs and peppers on it, but it wasn't greasy and it was thin. So whatever. And I was real good with my calories leading up to that. So
Yeah, excellent. Excellent, excellent. Well, cool. Yeah, we're all making progress. Chris is down with 7, he mentioned. Danny, I just did a live recording, a podcast. It was episode 93 on the podcast. If you want to hear his story and what he was up to and all, he went from 249 to 212. Pretty serious
Hmm.
weight loss and all. So he's actually on orders now. He's in the Air Force and he's actually getting orders, and so that might be one reason why he's not here. But he's doing really well, and so Chris,
so he might have to go somewhere like
yeah, yeah, top
Missouri.
secret. You can't tell much, but yeah, he might be going somewhere at some point sooner rather than later. So
Yeah.
we're on it. And it might interfere with the ruck marathon that he's doing. He's been training literally, he did a 20 miler just the other day. And then he found out after that he might have orders to leave. It's like, oh, he's still good, but yeah, definitely tough, right? Like, ah, shoot. So one of my big successes is I'll share this. Let me pull this up. This is pretty funny. This is a dramatic shift in effort. Let me find it here. I think I posted in the group the other day, but this is what happens when you figure things out and you get better the system and process. So you can see I went from this part by my finger. That was what, October, November, December, January, and then February, March. You can see when I figured out my bike desk setup. So I've legit done over 20 hours on that bike desk thing at zone 2. So heart rate's like 110, 130 in that range. And I'll bike for about 2 hours a day, most days. And it's been a substantial difference in output while I'm working, which is amazing because I was trying to work out on this Airdyne right here. And I would watch the Olympics on that TV there, but it was really hard to find time and schedule it and fit it into the day because it was extra. But as soon as I figured that set up, man, that's off to the races. I keep telling my oldest Levi, he's the one who challenged me to the marathon, and said I did another 2 hours today. And he told me yesterday, you can't be skinnier than me. I was like, I don't want to be skinnier. I mean, lean and mean.
So does that mean your ass is okay now? Your pulled muscle?
It's getting better. It's getting better. I actually sit on a pillow. I took a this like a couch cushion, and it's more flat. It's about this thick, and it's about I don't know. It's like this, and I'd tied it in a trash bag, so I wouldn't soil it, right? And get all stinky, sweaty. So, but I sit on it, and it's been a game changer because I was trying all sorts of different things. I was sitting on a towel for a while, and it didn't work. And but the pillow is a game changer. So yes, I can almost run. I think, and I did a 2.5 hour bike outside last Monday with Levi when he was off school, and really like let her rip. So it was pretty good. So that's a big shift for me, which is super helpful. Let's get into some of the challenges that we got going on and different things we need to talk about today. So, who wants to jump in first? One thing, Brandon, you said Brandon asked, and he got. I just recorded episode 99, and it was on artificial sweeteners. And the general take is in moderation, we're good. But if we're just successfully finding sucralose and aspartame and all this, then there might be some potential shifts in your gut biome or in potential blood sugar bumps and such. So, and in terms of overall health, you do have to be conscious and attention of how it affects and impacts your day to day. And we probably, no matter what, guys, should be drinking more water than diet Coke, cola, soda, pop, whatever you want to call it, or Coke Zero. That's Coke Zero guy over here. But in a weight loss, when we have sugar sweetened beverages, say, i.e., Coca Cola, versus the non sweetened beverages, Coke Zero or Diet Coke, their weight loss is easier and it happens a lot better because you're swapping 150 calories and 40 grams of sugar for zero, which is a huge help if you're drinking, say, two of those or three of them in a day, which is compounds a silly amount of sugar that you're dosing yourself with. So there you go. Episode 96 came out today, I think. So just do some math. We got about 3 days. So 97 tomorrow, 98 the next day, 99 will be what, Sunday, something like that? Saturday, Sunday. So there you go. You asked and you got it.
Got it. Got it.
Talk for 37 minutes. So I hope that it's informative.
I'm sure it will be. Yeah, because
Yeah.
that was a big thing. I think when we had our initial talk,
Yeah.
like consultation, it was like I was a big coffee drinker, and I never put like a ton of sugar in it. It was always like a little dash, but before I started like because I don't weigh a lot, but like the fat's in the wrong places, right? And I think majority of that is because didn't eat pretty much, and I would just drink sugary drinks, right? So that's why like I seem small, but the fat, you know what I mean?
Right.
So that was
But
like a big, yeah. So that was like a big thing for me was to like cut out sugar because I
Yeah.
think that was the majority of my diet was sugar. So that's why I was asking, like, maybe I can, because I tried it without sugar today. I could not do the coffee. It's gross to me. So, I wanted something. So I saw the
you, you
Splenda
want
in it.
better coffee? That would be the first
Yeah,
option.
yeah,
Maybe some alternatives to the sugar or whatever, and we can figure that out. So
yeah.
I would
Figuring it out as we go.
is stevia okay? Because my
uh,
wife has type 2 diabetes, and she's a big advocate for stevia.
stevia and monk fruit are going to be the two biggest ones. Episode 90, 96, something like that. I talked about continuous blood glucose monitors, and you would want to look at dosing yourself and seeing what happens afterwards. And for her, if she is monitoring that stuff, she would want to do it straight up. Just take a shot right to the mouth and see what happens, and then test it. So then she gets feedback on how sensitive she is to that or not. And that would be
Okay.
the fastest obvious thing. Just a straight up pack it in the mouth, wash it down with water or whatever, mix it in water and or a hot teacup or some water and off you go and see what I've had
Okay.
a lot of diabetics do that so that we can gauge where they're at on the dosage of sugar, how much you can have at any one time. The other thing, Mike, is the if she's eating the way you're eating, guess what's going to happen? Blood sugar levels are more stabilized. She's going to have better resting fasted blood glucose in the morning. She'll probably lose weight. She'll be able to work away from type 2 diabetes. A1C comes down and meds come down and different things like that. I've seen it like 1,000 times just by eating the same way that you are. And if you need to, have her watch that first call prep video and do the things that are in there per her because it is a man woman combo there. So she could just apply that stuff and change quite a bit too. Cause I love it when if I can drop a pebble in your pond, ripples out to everyone around you in a sense. And so if you get healthier and she gets healthier, it's a win, a double win, right? Then you know what you're signing up for.
Thank Thanks, man. Yeah, she's down to, like, her, like, college day weight, um,
Nice.
after after a few years. I'm happy for her, and she has a continuous glucose monitor as well, so I'm
Right.
gonna ask her to try that with the stevia.
Yeah, definitely see the actual impact of it for sure. Excellent. Where's her A1C? Is it like up there in the middle or
No,
just
it's down to just over 6.
okay? All right. So she's getting back, working out of it then, huh?
Yeah, I mean, she's almost she's almost at 9 diabetic levels, so it's pretty sweet, and she feels good. Brandon, you were talking about sugar. So one of the things that I deal with, I just turned 59 and I just have a lot of inflammation in me, probably from drinking at times or glucose or dairy or sugar or whatever. And I noticed since I've been eating cleaner and being more aware of what I put on my plate, both portion wise and content wise, that I definitely have less aches and pains. I'm somewhat of an active guy, but even so, just less aches and pains, probably a little more flexible, a little more less foggy, if that's a word for my,
Hmm.
day to day.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I'd say that's a real impact there. Especially, I noticed that when I start making this small changes just day to day, the brain fog kind of dissipates there, and you feel a bit sharper throughout the day, and you're not hitting that wall at 2 p.m. Right, where it's like, okay, now I need. I used to be really bad about energy drinks, and probably over the last 6 months, I've completely gone away from it. I don't have to hit that threshold of I need an energy drink or I need something to carry me through the afternoon. That's one of the things we've worked with Brian in the past that I've been conscious of. So I would just echo that.
Yeah, that's
hey,
excellent.
Devin, where do you live?
I'm based out of Houston, Texas.
Oh, wow. And Brandon, are you in the Philly area since you're
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
Like the other guys are, right?
yeah. So I've known Brian for over 20 years and he's, one of the handful of people that have gotten me close to puking from working out when I would do his shake and bake when the or his CrossFit thing. So,
That's awesome.
Right.
I think in his mind, he wanted to do whatever he could to make me puke, and he didn't quite succeed, but it was damn close. I
Almost.
wish I did puke.
I I would always trying to avoid that with people. And but being 43 now and just having more aches and pains and whatever. So what in the world was he thinking putting some people through some of the workouts I did? They were brutal. They at the front desk, at the fitness desk, I should say, they'd have these quartered scrap papers. So they'd just take a paper cut into four and just had the stack. And I would write my workouts on there to hand to people. And those I had a like a stack this big of shake and bake workouts after I was done, just one a week, and I would just
It's
have so different.
Friday night, small group setting, so you got the pressure of keeping up with the Joneses, and especially the female Joneses, and it's like,
Yeah,
"Shit."
there's top Maureen and Megan, and there was a couple ladies that were Deb. They would kick butt, and Team
Yeah,
Betsy.
Deb and Sue, yep.
Mhm, mhm.
It's funny.
They would kick butt, take names. So, Mike, what were some of the things that you managed during the 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 time away? What how did you manage going through just being busy all day long?
So, Brian's talking about a 2-day, pro-life conference we had in Cleveland when I was there from about 6:30 in the morning till I got back home at 10 o'clock at night. So my wife on Thursday made a really good, vegetable egg frittata so that I was going to be able to have this, ready early in the morning veggie frittata, and then I drank, a good amount of, like, water while I was there, and because Friday during Lent, they had tuna salad, and they weren't gonna serve meat at this thing. So just being cognizant of what I was eating. I wasn't able to get in the cardio that I wanted, but I didn't have any drinks that had alcohol or had calories for 2 days. I didn't eat any of the bread, I didn't eat any of the sweets, and, the one day when I came home to grab a shower before going back for dinner, I made a protein shake with protein powder, almond milk, Greek yogurt to get stuff in me, and then that was Friday. Saturday, I didn't do that, but I felt fine. So and then I just tried doing a bit more cardio stuff on Thursday and Sunday and even this week. So I was pretty happy to see my weight start coming down, and I also have a scale that has a body fat monitor, so I look at that, and that's something I focus on, and to Brandon's point, his waist size going down a little bit. The reason I haven't done any measurements for you yet, Brian, we had one of those long, flexible tape measure type things. I don't know where it
Yeah.
is. I just need to go buy one and do
Well,
the measurements.
you can do that. You could take a we have an old iPhone cable that doesn't work anymore. You could wrap that around you and just measure it on the tape measure, whatever.
Hey,
Plain and simple.
at least you finally got pictures of me this morning, so it only took 3 weeks to send you pictures.
It's all right. That's all right. I saw them come in, so not a
And
problem.
you were shocked into oblivion. I have no way
Uh,
to react to that.
I've worked with people that have weighed over 400 pounds, so fine in comparison for sure, not a problem. So excellent, excellent. So you planned, you paid attention, you made better food choices and decisions and all.
Yeah, because there was plenty of junk to eat over there, and there was an open bar, not an open bar, but there was a cash bar, so yeah, none of that, so it was good. Yeah, you've definitely made me be more cognizant of thinking before I just shovel food into my mouth.
And what would you done alternatively if you weren't paying attention?
I would've had some bread with the meals. We probably had an alcoholic drink at least 1 each night because it's kinda stressful coordinating 1,000 people over a couple
Yeah,
days.
yeah,
So, yeah, there would have been some empty calories going into my belly.
yeah. Definitely, definitely. I would agree with that. It usually is the case more often than not. So, right. Devin, where are we at with getting? So you're going back to work now. You're back in full swing. Paternity leave
Yeah.
is over.
Paternity leave is done. First day back was Monday, so it was a bit of catching up, getting acclimated to the new territories, the new regions. There's some constants there from what I was previously covering last year, so that's been a little nice. Picked up more things to sell, which has been beneficial. So stressful week. Actually going through building out individualized meals, not so much. But I've been able to wake up in the morning, have a coffee, just black coffee that seems to get me through till about 10:30 before I get hungry. And then I've actually been leaning on like cream of wheat because I can get the volume, low calorie, and get the fiber in there. And that has been holding me over to the afternoons. I've really been focusing more on calories in and what that intake looks like because I know I'm not hitting the proper macros because I'm not having the full planning as I normally would. So my life is completely up in the air right now between, adjusting to no child at home. Everyone's home because the kids have been on spring break. So the last couple weeks have been a bit chaotic. But again, being cognizant every night of, okay, am I staying below that threshold of the number of calories that we have there? And even some nights I have a surplus left that I'm like, okay, I'm full. I'm just going to call it a night here.
Yeah, good. Okay. Yeah, I had Chris had a pretty low day. It's like, you're all right on that day. He's like, yeah, it's fine. It's like, okay, calorie deficit for the win. That works. So that
Hey, Devin, since I've not met you before, so, like I said, congrats on your newest. What 3 kids do you have? Sex,
Yeah.
age?
Yeah, I've got 2 boys. My oldest is 6 and my youngest boy is 3, and then we have the first daughter that has made her way into the family, so that's been real sweet. So we got 3 kids. Is my oldest goes to school, my youngest is in kind of a Mother's Day out program, so he goes often, but yeah, good mix, good family size here. I think and this is it. Kids, that's it going forward.
yeah.
Good for you, man, congrats, and is how do you pronounce your last name?
It's Tuto.
Duto Italian?
It is Italian, it's Italian. It's an adopted last name, but it is Sicilian.
Nice. I haven't been to that part of Italy yet, but I think that's our next trip.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I had a chance to go. We went to Puglia a few years ago. It was absolutely gorgeous, and I was like, I wish we would have been able to make it down to Sicily there.
Yeah.
We were there over the summer. Went to Mount Etna. Pretty fun.
Yeah, you probably hiked it or something or walked backwards, some shit like that.
Yeah, we typed.
With kettlebells,
Yeah.
and your daughter on your shoulders.
Yeah, I had it might still be my cover photo in Facebook, us on Mount Etna, but, it was a week after it erupted in the summer in June or so. We were there about a week after that. They had it wasn't like lava flow erupted, but they had a big cloud and things going on. But, yeah, it was pretty cool. So, very nice. countryside, and we drove through the mountainside, and I had to make sure kept my head up and alert and paying attention because the winding roads were turning me upside down on my stomach.
Wow.
We did that, and then we went to a river that had just created these just magnificent looking stone that just cut away from the water and stuff. There's just this lava flow, old lava flow, and it just the water just cut through it and all. And it was we're just playing the water. The kids always do well with animals and water. And if we can keep those things going for them, then they're occupied and they're good. So Mount Etna up top, and then some water fun after that. So it was good.
Good for you.
Coming in, watch out. There's a hot tamale coming in. Danny.
Yo,
Yep.
I could say we might not be able to tell, Danny, but that might be wrong.
that's hey, no, man, that's true. That's very true. You know that's when you say, is he blushing or is he sunburnt? We don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Danny, meet Devin. Devin's this is his first Wednesday night, and Danny's been around for a couple months now.
What's going
Yeah,
on,
nice to meet
Devin?
you. Nice to meet you,
Yep.
man.
Nice to meet you, gentlemen.
Let's jump into the getting back into the swing. Like, what's the plan? How do we navigate that so it works, it sticks, and it's better for you than it's been, so that progress still keeps going.
Yeah, as in when you say get back into the swing, right? Just tracking
Yeah,
calories. What do you mean?
regular life, right? Your regular day to day is now it. This is the foreseeable future, right? You got work schedule, you got a little baby at home, and off we go. So, what's the plan? How do we get vegetables in? How do we get better systems and process around having food prepared, navigated, managed, all that stuff so that, yes, calories are most importantly, but then we're still making sure that we're picking out the high quality foods to stay full, keep the calories in check, all that stuff.
Yeah, that stuff I think will come in time. I think right now I'm carrying a lot of the other responsibilities in the house. Right now, my wife, she handles the baby most of the time, and I've got the other two boys, so I'm spending a lot of time wrangling with them, which having to get the kids up and off to school, make sure my son's there on
Yep.
time. I'm kind of doing more of the runaround stuff. Once we reach that point of equilibrium, I'll be able to phase back into making sure that, okay, I've got my time in the morning to make sure I'm consistently hitting the workouts. I'm still tracking my activity throughout the day to make sure that I'm hitting that. I'm going on walks if I've got a call that I could take remotely to make sure that I'm hitting my activity goals. Again, preparation is going to be key there too. So rather than, I was talking with Brian about this, I think in a text, but rather than prepping individual meals for the week, I'm just kind of doing like a bulk prep of one individual protein and then like my veggies off to the side just to make it easier. I work from home, so I'm on Zoom calls from sometimes 8:30 in the morning until 7 p.m. at night, just depending upon where in the world I'm needed. So there there's no excuse for why I can't do it. It's just, can I break out 30 minutes to go and do this? And it's easier to have that stuff pre-made for me and not have to worry about making a decision as to, oh, hey, what am I going to eat? It's just easy for me to go in there, quickly measure, and then back to my desk.
Yep. One thing I'll do, I'll take frozen chicken in the instant pot. 60 minutes later, I'm ready to eat. It's that fast. So just pop the lid off and boom, off I go. There we go. That and 4 minutes in the microwave with broccoli. I got myself a meal that'll hold me over for a little while. That's how I roll.
Broccoli is my go-to, especially since I can get like 3 cups for nothing and just be absolutely full. It's make sure I'm getting the protein in that I think I'm really noticing I've got a gap on.
Yeah.
You guys gotta let me
Here's
know how to make broccoli taste good, though.
I think it's just acquired, over time.
I agree. I like it, but
everything but the bagel seasoning. That would be the first one I'd throw out.
Okay,
That a little more interesting and engaging for you, but definitely some sort of seasoning on top of that thing would
thanks.
definitely.
Okay.
So either that, or you instead of putting it in the microwave, you put it in the air fryer and you roast it, and then it'll be better that way.
I never
Yeah,
even thought about doing that.
Danny agrees.
You can make a nice soup with it. Broccoli cheddar soup.
Okay, I like
That is,
broccoli cheddar, but I
yeah,
don't know about the cheddar because
there's a
mine's on
lot.
my ass when I eat anything with fat.
Yeah, but so then you can still make it healthy. So for example, you can get yourself a low fat cheddar, and that'll be almost half of the calories because the fat, the fatty cheese is what gets the calories. But if you just have broccoli with low fat cheddar, yeah, you'll definitely can have the taste with half the calories.
I didn't even think about that. Okay, thanks, dude.
And you can fully sprinkle cheese on, but quarter cup is 100 calories. Little goes longer and farther than you want it. So you have to be careful.
You know what you
I
can do
I
too for
I
I was just gonna say
yeah,
that
they,
what you can do too is to make it creamy too. You can add either Greek yogurt, a low-fat Greek yogurt, or you can add a little bit of low-fat cream cheese
or cottage cheese.
or cottage cheese. Yes.
You can blend that up. You make a cheese toss. You put cottage cheese with some cheddar cheese and you blend it up, and then you can pour it on top. It'll be creamy that way. And then
Thanks.
you got a lot of protein with some cheese flavor to it. The, the funniest one that I had, Amber make mac and cheese, the Maxwell special. He's my third, and he's very particular about what he eats or how he eats or things can't touch, stuff like that. It's annoying, to be honest. And I've gotten in trouble more than a couple times as of it. But Amber's making mac and cheese one way with the cheese sauce, and it's just a ton of cheese and milk and whatever. And the one time I make mac and cheese, and I do it like grandma style, my grandma style. We just put the cheese in with the noodles and baked it and all. And I thought it was amazing. It's like, what is this? This isn't what mom makes. This isn't mac and cheese, you know? So I already had some friction there. But the next time I made it, I wanted to get more protein in. So I was making the cheese sauce. I put some cottage cheese in with some regular cheddar cheese. But I was dicing up chicken really small to mix in with the noodles and the cheese and all to bake it. And then Maxwell says, "What is that?" I said, "It's chicken." And where's that going? It's like in the noodles, and you can just tell he wasn't gonna have it. I I needed to still get the protein in, and we have a Vitamix. So everything was going into the Vitamix, the the cottage cheese, cheddar cheese, and the chicken, and it all got blended up, and it got poured in on the noodles. It baked, and he sat down, and he had a big plate full, and he eats 2 bites, and says, "It tastes like chicken." Then I just started dying internally. I was dying laughing because he totally straight from me, and I had literally a chunk. But I mean, it was a massive amount of chicken that got blended up. So rightfully that he called me out, but I was able to work around. I'm like, "God, it's garlic or something like that."
So
But
it
he straight
tasted
up on,
good by blending it out because we have a Vitamix too, and you could take steel and make
yeah,
little like rice balls out of it. It's so powerful. But no kidding, you could do that and it was
uh-huh.
good.
Yeah, yeah. I enjoyed it. Everyone ate it.
Wow.
Just
Okay.
blend it up, and so you weren't actually say eating chicken like you would normally, chewing it just there mixed up. That was a good memory. I still don't think I'll tell him that one time he actually ate blended chicken because then he would never trust me. He never does any. Yeah. But especially around food, it is sketch. He is just like, no, this is what's in there. That's usually what I get. So I have to be very particular about either how I cook or how I prepare things in secret when he's not around. So he'll actually eat it.
Hey, Brian, did you ever tell the guys how well your son did at States? Because I don't know how he did with
Yeah,
his swimming.
mentioned it. So yeah, today we got a swim banquet, and he was 22nd and 27th in the state of Ohio in the 100 and 200 yard freestyle. So pretty cool. He's a sophomore. It was a big deal, right? Swimming, you're literally fighting over 1 second at best, half a second. Sometimes the fingertip, literally, that separates from people going to not or winning or not. It's pretty wild to see how that goes. So later, Devin. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. Very proud of him. The kid's ran a marathon. He's done a triathlon. He wants to do one in April, marathon in April. Just he's got motors on him. So, and then with my biking now, I'm actually developing cardiovascular fitness again, and muscles, tendons, ligaments getting worked on, which is helping to manage and not run so much. So I'll be biking probably 1 to 2 hours as many days as I can or the indefinite future on my little bike setup, and then I'll run 3 times a week as probably after I get back to Peru, which is something we can talk about on which one is better Monday or Tuesday next week. I have a meeting that a Wednesday to go air or in Miami airport, one or the other. I'm not sure, but yeah, so it's gonna be a huge difference. And I almost want to run a marathon with them, but I literally probably can't run 3 miles right now. I'm getting pretty fit, but don't can't put the load on my glutes still. It still is there. It pinches a little bit. Way better. There you go. That's Levi in the nutshell. He's a maniac. He's a psycho, Dan. He's psycho.
Yeah, I was gonna say, man, your kid is crazy.
Yeah, he takes after me.
I guess so. Goodness, Coach, how's your ass, Coach?
It's there, still there, but as I mentioned to the guys earlier, I was sitting on a pillow, get it sweaty and gross, and it's working out like amazing. Get on there, I gotta get my heart rate up to about 130, 120, 130 on average. It's ideal. I can work, I can get things done, get a lot of calories. I'm burning about 500 calories an hour on that thing, so it's helping tone me up. My jaw line is a little leaner lately because of all the 20 plus hours of biking lately. So I got 2 hours biking and I did chest workout today. That was exercise for me.
That's what's up, man. I'm glad to hear. Gentlemen, so you can know, so the group can know, this week, Coach and I put me in a little test this week. So I've been doing the picture thing and stuff, and I've been having success. However, I ain't gonna have Coach Brian forever. So today was a test to take the training wheels off. So then I've been still keeping with the principles and such, but not taking pictures and such, which has been so weird because I've been on this training wheels for, the past 4 months.
Yeah, you tracked first. He was tracking, and then we went to pictures, and then now we're not doing any of it.
Yes. And then also, so you guys can know, with my fitness journey now, as you guys know, I'm training for my marathon is next month. Thus, we put the focus on losing weight at a pause because now it's go time. So now I'm going. It doesn't mean that I'm eating like crazy and I'm getting fat. No. But because I'm putting the body to more stress and so on and so forth. And if I gain a pound here and there, It's one thing. It is what it is. Like I'm super sore now all the time, but that's because I'm in the 11th hour. So I just wanted to give you guys the update from me.
Hey, Danny, what do you do to recover from your workouts?
Great
Oh,
question.
Danny is good at this. Listen up. His part two that he does is dynamite.
Yeah. So then first I warm up. My warm up is I do a full body warm up. I go on the tread for about 5 minutes, and I do a dynamic stretch warm up. Do a little bit of football drills type stuff, high knees, high kicks, butt kicks, and so on and so forth. After I do my dynamic stretching, I roll my legs. The reason why I roll my legs is to get the knots and the tightness out. Then I bang out my workout, whatever the workout is of the day. After I bang out my workout, then I do static stretching workout. Typically about 10 minutes, 30 seconds each body part. So for example, let's say I'm doing my hammy 30 seconds, and then so on, and I'll do my whole body. That'll take me about 5 minutes to do that. Then at nighttime, what I do is when I'm winding down, I put my feet in. I have a foot massager machine, and I put my feet into my foot massager. That's what I do on a general basis. When it's a rucking day, I do everything that I just mentioned. However, I add just more. So instead of stretching for 5-10 minutes, now I'm stretching for like 20 minutes. And instead of putting my feet for 10 minutes, I'm doing my feet for half hour. Then I try to get a nap in to get the recovery quickly and then move forward. And then also what helps with the recovery is the food. And I know it sounds crazy because we're all trying to lose weight, but we're trying to be fat. I get it. But when you have the right fuel, it helps with the soreness. And at first, I didn't believe it. I said, Coach Brian is, but no, let me tell you, the days that I ruck, sometimes I'm eating 3,000 to 4,000 calories to the point where I'm sick, like of eating but I have to eat. The next day, I will feel fine. No soreness, like a regular sore. One day I did 20 miles, one day. No problem. The next day I did everything, and it was like I just left it, like nothing crazy. So that's what I do for my recovery. And sleep. Sleep. Yes.
Probably sleep and a lot of water. Do you do anything like magnesium or CBD without THC or with?
Yeah, that's a great question. I cannot take CBD because I'm in the military. They will kick me out.
Even the CBD that has no THC in it, like athletes can use?
Yeah, even then, if I
Okay.
piss hot, they'll kick me out. Even for example, poppy seeds, I don't really eat poppy seeds anymore because I can I can test hot for opioids.
Holy crap.
Yes, you can.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
Yes, you sure can.
yeah. So then I don't do any of that. But in terms of my vitamins and my supplements, I keep it very simple. For my supplements, I have creatine, then I have protein powder. That's it. Those are the two things that I do. For pill form, I use a multivitamin, and I can show you that. I can put that in the chat because I'm driving. I don't have that on me right now.
The group, not in this chat, but in the group. Me that.
I can do that. And I'll do that as soon as I get home because sometimes I'll be like, I'll do that and I'll forget. And then the other thing that I have is I use vitamin D. I have omega 3s. And then I have another, it's like a multivitamin, but not really, that has magnesium, zinc, and something else in it. That's my supplement package. I don't take any pre-work.
Yeah, it's comparable to what to do.
My
Questions on-
pre-workout is, yes, my pre-workout is a spoonful of honey. which I got that from Coach. That's what I do.
My son does that.
Now,
Okay, so that is good.
if now, for example, my schedule's a little funky, so now I'm doing 2-a-days, right? So there are times where I can't go home and come back. So then I have like a little bit of candy in my car, right? So then I had like a little bit of like something like this in my car, and then I'll take like 1 or 2 of those right before my workout just to get the fuel going because I don't gonna pump it out anyways. Yeah.
What are your thoughts, Brian, on magnesium or some of these recovery things that you see, like joint recovery with MSM, glucosamine, that kind of stuff?
The big supplements that we do need to take are going to be a multivitamin if you want. Got the ability for fish oils, omega-3 fatty acids, combined EPA and DHA of 2,000 milligrams. It's a really good amount that has been consistently studied. It's really solid amount for helping people. Vitamin D3, K2 is a powerful supplement, and I can cite a lot. And then after that, and getting into some magnesium, we can get into. After that is like glucosamine, Brighton stuff. If you need it, you can, but Danny was referencing how he's feeling better fuel. I talked about Danny's been some this, but you felt eating healthier and less sugar and inflammation, like reference for a little bit earlier.
Okay.
Share that with Danny, like what you said about how you feel when you don't have sugar.
Oh, I was just saying that I feel less inflamed as far as, I had more joint flexibility, less aches and pains, and probably just the biggest thing is more clarity or less, I don't want to say brain fog, but just probably more alert throughout the whole day. And then I've also ate a lot more fiber and veggies than I have um, previously. One of the things I like to get fiber in, I don't know your thoughts on this, Brian. Garbanzo beans or chichi beans, whatever you want to call them, in a can. I rinse them out and then I'll douse them with a good amount of. We have this cherry flavored balsamic vinegar from Traverse City, and a little can is 200 calories, but it fills you up and it's got a good amount of fiber and some protein, I think.
Right. Yeah, totally. Beans, period. All beans, not green beans, but chickpeas, black beans, pintos, all those. They're going to be about 200, 220 in a cup. They're going to have about 30 grams of carbs. You're going to have about 8 grams of protein and about 6 to 8 grams of fiber. Slam dunk, and they are a starchy carb, meaning that you have to pay attention to how much of that you have in meal. But yes, very much yes. Powerful, good, high quality starchy carb because of the protein fiber combo.
Okay. Yeah, I'm still learning. So I'm going to be learning for a
Yep.
while.
Yep. All right.
You're doing a great job, Mike. Mike, do you want me? Can I call you Mike? Can I call you
Yes.
Michael?
Yeah. Michael, no. Mike's fine. I don't know why it says Michael, but Mike's fine.
Roger that. You're doing a great job. I was gonna ask us, 'cause I don't know, we haven't seen each other in a while. How's the fiber thing going? Is it going? Are you getting those fibrous carbs? Or is it still a struggle?
So I'm learning the difference between fibrous and starchy. So I'm getting better at it. One of the things I said earlier is I'll take a whole plastic container of escarole, and my wife will just squeeze fresh lemon juice on it and seasoned salt and some Parmesan flakes. And that's pretty good. And today we did it with some some spinach, kale, and maybe something else. So it's a way of taking something that I don't really like and making it taste pretty darn good. So, I've not been eating a lot of calories, Danny. I mean, Brian has me at like 1,600, 1,800 calories, but I dropped about 8 pounds in 3 weeks. And it's not just water weight. My percent body fat's definitely going down. So, it's nice eating smarter, being aware of it. And to me, the challenge is how do I take stuff that I don't necessarily like? And to your point, making veggies taste good and something that I look forward to. So it's getting better.
Congratulations, my boy, man. You just glazed over that, man. 8 pounds in 3 weeks, my boy. Come on now. Good job, man. Wow.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's really good. And you had a really big work event that cost a lot of effort, energy, mental fatigue, right?
Yeah, I had a 2-day conference that I was kind of spearheading with about 1,000 people that went really well for 2 long days,
A lot.
but it was good. That was fun. So enough about me. Brandon had mentioned that his belt size is going up. So one of the things I will try to commit publicly to you guys now, because Brian's been waiting for a long time for pictures from me. I finally sent them. I am going to go buy, probably I'm going to see if Drug Mart has it, Brian. One of those flexible tape measures instead of using an Apple cord that he says he does. And then just start to take some of these measurements. I mean, I have this sheet. It's been on my desk. I see it every bloody day. It's right here of where I'm supposed to measure and stuff. It's not like I don't have it. It's just I haven't done it. So anyway, my goal is when we talk next, I'm leaving for Florida Wednesday or Friday. I'll be gone for about 2 weeks. I'm going to see my son and then go hang out at our condo down there, work remotely. So I'll be able to eat well from our condo pretty well, and it'll just be me. So I think I should eat pretty smart. But I want to get some measurements in for you, Brian, and see if we have time
Yeah.
to get that all scheduled in the next couple of days before you take off for Peru.
Yeah. Yeah, let's do it before Tuesday, Monday, Sunday, Saturday.
Brandon, how long have you
Brandon,
been in this group?
I'm sorry. Say that again.
How long have you been with this group?
Mm.
Yeah, you, Brandon.
I'm trying
Right.
to think, man. I'm terrible with time frames, man.
3 or
What, like
4.
no way. Maybe 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks,
Oh, so you
maybe.
just
Yeah.
started too then.
Yeah. I just started too.
Let me know when you gave me money. So
Yeah.
I'm not real.
So
Yeah, I'm
Brandon,
sure I
did you
could
meet
too.
Brian just through podcasts and stuff?
No, Thumbtack.
Yeah, it was a app where Danny met me.
So
24th. 24th is when
24th.
you paid. So about 3-ish weeks.
Yeah, that
Yeah, we're
makes
done.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Anyway,
no,
so
yeah, I was
Oh, yeah.
looking, I've been wanting to do this for a long time. Like I knew I needed help for a while. So my birthday was Valentine's Day, right? So I kind of pigged out, before my birthday and then started feeling it after. And I've been struggling with what's the word? With energy. I felt like I was crashing at 1 or 2 and it was affecting my job. So I just decided to bite the bullet and I looked on Thumbtack for nutritionist or / personal trainer, anything of that nature, and um, found Brian that way.
cool.
Found him that way, yeah.
Oh,
So
that's and exactly.
Yeah, so
So
yeah,
like I was mentioning, Brandon, so I've known the guy for a long, long time, and I'm pretty sure I'm the oldest in the group at 59. But I've always been
yep.
a pretty big fan of his. I've seen his clients get results from over 20 years ago when he knew a fraction of what he knows now. So, I just need to try to put things together. And I'm usually pretty tough on myself. And I've not been anywhere near 100% compliant with all the stuff Brian would like us to do. But I've
Ah,
taken his advice and Danny's advice, which is don't try to do it all. So I'm seeing progress. I'm making changes and I'm going in the right direction. There's that saying, Rome wasn't built in a day. And, I don't want this to be a fad. I don't want to get overwhelmed by trying to be perfect with all these frickin' things that he would like for or suggest for us to do. He's not a militant pain in the ass like Danny
well,
probably has to put up with some of his content. But it's just nice to see things, go in the right way. That's all. And he's got a good heart, too, and he's obviously done well with his kids. So
yeah,
just a little
That's
plug for
cool.
him that he didn't ask for or want, but you're getting anyways.
yeah.
Thanks. Thanks. Yeah, man. Just to piggyback on what Mike was saying, it changed my life. Right. On the first week, I lost 7 pounds. I told Coach straight up, Coach, I don't go to the bathroom. I had digestion issues, blah, blah, blah. He was like, I got you. In 1 week, I went to the bathroom more times in a week than I did in the whole year. So,
Yeah.
step at a time. Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
But I
now
can't
everyone.
say I can't say though is that as we were on this conversation, we're texting back and forth. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Wow. Good for you. Yeah, one step at a time. Hey, one thing, Brian, that I think would be cool, it is I think will get people to engage more with the brotherhood, myself especially included. I'm pointing my at myself. It'd be neat if maybe once a week we post some food thing that we like and how we make it that it tastes good. There was one guy, I forget his name, he was vaping. He had a cauliflower pizza that he was going to post a
Oh, that
recipe.
was Cody. Yeah,
Yeah, Cody.
he's
And,
on
so
too.
that would be kinda cool. I'm still waiting for Danny with his, like, plantains and all this other
Oh,
stuff. It's
yeah, you got the I'll
yeah.
text you that.
Oh, I know.
I mean,
I know.
ideally,
What?
these would be, like, healthy things. Even just something flavorful or pretty good would be kinda a neat way to get us more involved and maybe learning a little bit more about others.
No, that's good. And it usually is general guys don't like to be as open or share or anything like so some of them are, at the poke and prod people. "Hey, you lost like 3 pounds this week. Can you put that in the group?" And, like, the other guys will, get a good motivation out of it and stuff, so I'm rounding the corner to my 100th episode of the podcast and 100 in about 180 days, I did 100 podcasts. So that is that is savage because most people don't even make it past 3 to 10. 90% of podcasts don't make it past 10 episodes. And I pumped out one this morning per Brandon's request. So yeah, it's been one a day most days this year in 2026, pretty much. There's been a couple small gaps and stuff, but pumping them out. So I'm making a Herculean effort. So let's go back to I'm flattered. You guys, I appreciate it. All the compliments, and the goal is to help you guys so that you thrive in the things that you do. And the outcome, the reason why I do it is because of what happens. Say even Danny is an example. We realign what he actually wants out of, say, the speed dating and a relationship. So he's forthcoming of it. And now, like, here's a good example of okay, there's alignment, and all of a sudden, spidey senses are up. Like, holy cow, this is what I want, and this may or may not turn it. At least there's magnetic connection now because you both are on the same playing field, the same alignment with it, and not just one person wants this, one person wants that. So back to the supplements, the other supplements, glucosamine and chondroitin don't really have a lot of actual science behind them to support using them or paying money for them. MSM does, and you're going to look for about 2 grams of that. 2,000 milligrams is the dosage that you would want to take per day, and that'll help with anti-inflammation and joints and faster recoveries, reduce muscle soreness, oxidative stress on the body, things like that. So it'll help with the inflammation, and then the magnesium is certainly there's a number of different kinds on the market. Magnesium glycinate is for sleep and stress. Magnesium malate is for muscle pain and energy. Yes, and then citrate is magnesium citrate is for digestion to help with more of a like a mild laxative, and it can help things move through you per say constipation or backed up. But ideally, if you're doing the things I tell you to do, lean protein, lots of vegetables and fibers type foods, healthy foods, your digestive tract should be pretty regular and solid and not that big of a deal. Standard dose for magnesium generally is about 100 to 200 milligrams, especially say the glycinate, the one for sleep, or the one for muscle pain and soreness, the malate. So there you go. And if you need me, I can put those into the group. Not a problem. I will do it. I'll just put it in the group.
Yes, I took pictures right away of the things, and once I'm done with the dishes, then I'll post it.
Cool.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Oh, and then this is the cheesecake that I made I want to show y'all right quick.
Oh yeah.
So that's it right there. It's that Biscoff cheesecake that I shared with y'all. Now, it goes against my principle of cheesecake, right? Because cheesecake should be unhealthy. However, this is my meal prep cheesecake, so it is not real cheesecake, but it's good for my snack. If I divide this into 6, each piece will be roughly about 190 calories, roughly. I say roughly because I didn't follow the recipe exactly, but that's how much it'll
What's
be.
in it?
It has Biscoff. The top is Biscoff.
Those are
Then
awesome.
there's a Biscoff spread. I use milk so then I can spread this Biscoff. Then I use 1 egg. I use cottage cheese, Greek yogurt. I was supposed to use low fat cream cheese, but I didn't have any, so I just used regular fat cream cheese, and that's it. And then and then I had 2 scoops of. You're supposed to use vanilla. I don't have vanilla, but I used 2 scoops of protein.
Oh, you put protein powder in it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just beat it all up and then put it in the fridge for it to set up or something? You're not baking it.
No, sir, I'm a real cook. Come on now. Of course I bake that shit. Come on now. What the hell?
He does
Okay.
bake. Yeah, he does bake stuff. You know, like Brian. Brian, I'll just piecemeal things together and just like call it a day. Throw some garlic on it, I'm good to go.
Yeah. So, this is the kind of stuff I'm talking about. When people come up with interesting ways of whether you want to call it a cheat meal or making veggies, taste good because you look forward to that, share that, please. And I know, Brian, you got a whole ton too, but just might be a way of getting some of us
Yep.
involved too.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what's one uh thing that helps me? I like that. I like anything. That's how I got fat. So that plays a factor. But what helps too is for my rice, for example, right? I'll show you real quick. Right, rice. When I cooked it, I threw in one of these chickens here,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Then I threw in a can of beans. So there's a can of beans in there, and there's a can of
You
green
listening
beans.
right here? You listening in right here? This is an easy
Yep.
way to
So this
make a quality meal.
absolutely this meal right here. If I have because with rice, because it's obviously more rice and everything, I do just 1/2 cup. So I literally take a 1/2 cup of this, boom, and then I'll eat that. Then I kind of switched up my meal prep a little bit this week, but then in here I just have pure veggies, and I'll eat like 3 cups of this, and then a cup of this. Boom, that's my whole meal right there. Now, if you don't like the veggie taste, that's fine. You can cheat your way, if you will, and get extra veggies by putting it in the rice and stuff. You see what I'm saying? Now, obviously, I don't know exactly how much is in there, but I know that in this plate right here has everything that Coach Brian says in this meal.
Okay.
So that's how I do it. Now, again, I personally like veggies and I like everything. So I don't have that necessarily that issue, but just sometimes you got to trick your brain. You know what I mean? Like put it like in eggs or put it in the chicken like a stir fry or things like that. Put a little bit of seasoning, put a little bit of, you know, you can definitely make it work. And then sometimes you just gotta, as much as Coach Brian doesn't want to say, but sometimes you just gotta change your mindset. Like, listen, I don't like it, but it is what it is. Sometimes, sometimes you don't want to necessarily force it, but at the same time, you gotta, we have to change the mindset. And we have to say,
I
you know,
think I'm seeing it. I don't know. You starting to see that too, Brandon? 'Cause you joined around the same time as I did.
Yeah, so my whole life, I just thought I didn't like certain foods because they
Yeah.
looked gross. But then I started like when I got the list. I forget what the sheet's called, but the whatever the
What
first
foods do
prep,
they eat?
yeah,
Yeah.
the prep video and all that. I'm like, all
Yeah.
right, I'm just gonna try it, see what's up, see if I genuinely like it, and I'm cool with it. I mean, there's There's a few things like I can't do cherry tomatoes. Still can't. Tried it, don't like it. Regular tomatoes, cool. Cherry tomatoes, can't do. But there's like certain foods where like I gave it a shot and I'm like, I just can't do it. I tried putting it in rice, right? I tried putting it in, I don't like cherry tomatoes. So, but
Right.
I had this notion forever I didn't like broccoli and I can eat broccoli, right? So I kind of agree with that. Like, just eat it, see what's up. Like, it may not be your favorite thing to eat, but it kind of hits different when I'm trying to do something with my body. I don't know. It like hits my mind different. It's like, all right, I'm doing this to try to get healthier. I'm doing it to try to get fit. You know what I mean? So I kind of agree with that, kind of like tricking your brain because I don't know.
Yeah, and my goal with this isn't for this to be, 100 days of doing this and then going back to normal. And truthfully,
Hmm.
I've not been miserable in the least bit doing this for 3 weeks. It's just different, to your point. And in a way,
Yeah,
it's
for
I don't
sure.
want to say stimulating because that's not the right word. It's maybe interesting that at my age, I'm looking at food differently. I'm looking at food, I enjoy a lot of foods, but it doesn't mean that I can't eat them at all. You just maybe moderate what you
Hmm.
eat. For example. So to me, that I think could have long lasting effects as eating smarter, wiser. And then there's some good thing. It makes you feel good when you do, like when I go out with my wife and I don't eat the way that I used to eat at these really nice restaurants and making that conscious effort. So while I might not get satisfaction from the food, I told Brian I get satisfaction from the discipline that I exhibited to get through that meal and still spend time with.
Sometimes you got to think you've been there, done that for a long time, and where did it end up?
Yeah.
Right? It wasn't. But also, if you're going out to eat and you're going to spend a bunch of money, you should enjoy it. And then you just plan the rest of your day to fit it in. That's what I do. I literally will manipulate the hell out of my day to get something that I want or need or know. So I am a master calorie and macro manipulator like crazy to make sure I get what I want or need. So like yesterday, if I would have had some green beer, I would have made some allowances to make that happen. But that didn't happen. So I didn't have to do anything different. And then lastly, it's Wednesday. Like, there's nothing about today. Why am I eating different or special or whatever else in a sense? Might as well just stay on track, eat the way I should so that I don't have to work harder tomorrow because I'm a lazy human being just like all of us are. And if I can eat in a way that makes it, is it, I have way too many other things on my mind to try and figure out how to lose weight because I got fat and all that. Not interested in that. I got way bigger fish to fry. Almost had to come up with $500 the other day to fix my fucking grapes. I'm like, oh geez. They were fine. They're about that. Come on, pay $30. The guy to show me. Like, all right. Well, those are some of my thoughts on just the overall process. And ultimately, I love this saying I've been using for years. You're doing 2 weeks, you're doing 2 months, you're doing 2 years. That's the setup. That's what we're trying to do. So if you don't like something one way, let's try it another. And if you just don't like cherry tomatoes, we're not going to have those anymore at all. Serious, it doesn't make any sense. Then we can find other things to eat. For me, I like Brussels sprouts until I roasted them, and I have a love affair with them. I'll eat Brussels sprouts every day if they're roasted. If they're boiled, like my mom used to make them. No, thank you.
And it's okay to put a little bit of bacon or pancetta with that?
Yeah, again, you can fit it in. If you're tracking macro calories, you can find it to get it to fit. So as then you just in the broccoli cheddar combo, there's ways to really bring out that cheddar taste without having there's the cheddar calories. You can get it to go around and work through all that stuff to manage it pretty well.
All right.
Yeah,
Hey,
I
that's my
think a
bedtime, buddy boy. I got 10:30 here, and my ass is clean this seat long.
yeah,
Yeah, actually,
that flew by.
hey, did I think I sent over the thing. So book a call on there, and if none of them seem to work or whatever, just message me because I'll just book a call no matter what. Oh, here, let me send it over.
Yeah, while you do that, coach, can I piggyback on what you said right quick? 2 seconds. I know that when it comes to dieting and right, we think that we have to torture ourselves, and we really don't. Now, I want to preface this by saying I have drank the Kool-Aid. I am a disciple of Brian. All right. So, uh, but for example, my lunch this week is I have a baked potato. With my baked potato, I have Greek yogurt instead of sour cream. I have cheese and I have a dash of bacon with some chicken in it. Right now, the dieter is like, "Oh my God, that's whatever." No, because it's all fits within the plan. Then next to that, I have a container, one container of this that has 3 cups of mixed veggies. You see what I'm saying? You can have the stuff that you like. It's not like you can't. The other day I was craving ice cream. So I said, I'm having ice cream. Okay, so I know that I have a snack, one snack every day. That's what I allot myself. Okay, cool. So then I had my snack in the morning or when I wanted it. And then instead of having a huge ass ice cream, nope, I pulled up to Wendy's and got myself a junior one. It was like this big and it was 190 calories. So I still have what I like and such. I'm not torturing myself, but at the same time,
Moderate.
having it in moderation, like you were saying, having it in moderation. You know, the other day, man, I had this big ass steak, man. I felt like a man, you know what I mean? It's not that you can't have it, not that you gotta love the food, but at the same time, we have to just, have the right flow and use it the right way.
Yeah, some of that self-control is good. So there's so much instant gratification that a lot of us seek in
Uh,
today's society that it's kind of neat to do that. So Brandon, the reason I started right now is a bunch of different reasons, but a big thing is I thought it'd be easier starting it during Lent than some other time of the year where I'm already giving up booze and sweets. So it's a matter of seeing
Yeah, I get it.
moderation.
Yep. Never got you here.
Yeah. Thanks, gentlemen. Appreciate it. Brandon, nice meeting you.
Nice meeting
Danny,
you,
good
man.
seeing you. I'm glad the love life might be thumbs up.
On the
Yeah,
horizon.
we'll see. We'll see,
I can't imagine this guy I can't imagine him any higher or geeked up on like happy hormones, but we'll see. Maybe he'll blow right through the damn computer screen. Look at him. He's like a little freaking kid, in a candy store.
Yes, yes, yes. I had to tell her I was cool, and I was like, listen, on the inside, I'm like, wow, but then I was like, no, 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 no. On outside, I'm cool, chill. She's like, you're hiding it very well. I said, thank you. I am. That's right.
Thanks for the laugh. See you guys.
That's
All right,
it, boys.
boys.
See ya.
Yeah.
Yep. You have a few more minutes. We can talk about exercise because we didn't really get to touch on it.
Yeah, all good. Yeah, I'm
So
cool.
let's touch on that. And I put in let's talk on in the next before Wednesday. So like Tuesday, Monday, whatever, Sunday, whatever works. Let's find some time to catch
Okay.
up, mano a mano. But a couple things. One is exercise. The goal is yes, we need to work out one way or another, and we need to fit it into your schedule. Or you have to decide, figure out when you even have available time. If you're pulling doubles and someone didn't show up, you're not working out that day, right? Now let's
For sure.
take off, do some push-ups in the back room or something, and that might end up being what you end up doing is like, okay, I know I can commit to doing 100 push-ups today and 100 squats and 100 sit-ups. When they come in, I don't know, but I will commit to doing the 100 of those three things. And you do some in the morning, some in the middle of the day, some here, there, and in the evening. And you can just log in your phone or on paper, whatever, to help keep track of it so you don't lose your mark. I used to do that with push-ups like crazy. I've got tens, like 10,000 push-ups or something just by marking down. I just bust out a set of 30 or something. And all of
Yeah.
that stuff adds up over time. And if that's all the time that you can allot to it, then it is. Now, as far as exercise goes, generally at least the minimum two amount of getting into the gym twice for say 30 minutes, science proves that that will be sufficient enough. Are we building muscles and stuff? Probably not, but it will help to get you in there to feel good and not be like, oh, I haven't worked out in 5 days or something. Well, we're working off 2 days a week and maybe sneak in some push-up squats and stuff. Now, if you were to do something like that on the gym days, because you're doing so many push-ups in a sense, we'd want to do the back of the body, a lot more rowing exercise, pulling exercises that work the back and things. So that would be super important to be able to for you to manage balancing out the movements in a sense. So that would be the easiest, best way for you to start checking that movement exercise box is just doing some body weight stuff that you have time for and whatnot. So hit me with what the schedule's looking like, and we'll see what we can figure out.
Yeah, so like this is I would say overall 90% of the problem, right? Is let's just say today, for example,
Yeah.
um 6 a.m. to 3 is my job, right?
Y-
By the time I am done, clocking out, getting back, it's like
Yep.
3:30, 4 o'clock. Then I find that I have to make a choice, right? I have to either exercise, go to the gym, or attend my recovery meetings, right?
Yeah.
And it's usually one or the other because now it's going to be easier when I get a car, 100%. But when I go to recovery meetings, I got to transportation, right? Public transportation. I at least spend an additional hour and a half, 2 hours just doing the bus thing. And
Right.
then getting there, getting back. By the time I get back, just going to one meeting, it's like 8:39, and I gotta wake
Right.
up at 5:30. You know what I mean? Because then it cuts into my sleep. That's ninety
Uh-huh.
percent of the. That's 90% of the problem, right there.
Right. How many
Um,
times you have this how many days a week do you have
sorry, I.
meetings? How many
So
days a week meetings?
it's really it's dependent on me, right? I'm at a point in my recovery where I don't need to go every day anymore. It's not mandatory. It's just something that I need to do, right? Help other people find a sponsee, help them get sober. That's just part how recovery works. So on average, I still like to go 4 to 5 times. Um,
Oh, there you
and
go.
then I know
There's
that
your
there's the two. Yeah. That then
answer.
the yeah, and then the day I plan to go to I'm like, I'm going to the fucking gym today. That was the double day, right? So I'm like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
awesome, great.
Yep.
But
Yep.
so now I'm debating because I sent you pictures of the gym and um I'm still a little what's the word? We'll just say nervous
Unsure,
because I'm like,
insecure, nervous, intimidated,
yeah,
whatever.
whatever. Yeah. Still like I don't like doing it in front of people because I have no idea what I'm doing, right? Never been in the gym in my life. So
Yeah.
um
Well, you get over it.
100%. 100%. So and
Yeah.
then, it's
And even
also
if you
limited.
need you go quick on that, if you need a little kick in the pants or motivate or whatever, hey Brian, I'm gonna go work out at 3 o'clock today. Cool. I'll show up around 3 and say, "How you doing, man?" If you need that little boost, not a problem. I do it literally every day.
Right.
I have text messages set up, I still work with women. I have she's probably closer to 70, Sharon, down in Texas, and I have text messages strategically send later in my Apple phone on the days that she said she was going to go work out. So I posted something for Thursday and I post something on Saturday and I posted something on next Monday so that they just pop out in the morning saying, "Hey, it's a gym day," or "Let's get our flex on," or whatever. And then she's like, "Oh, Brian's thinking of me." Well, I thought of her and I took the appropriate action for me to show up for her to be there when she needs me without me having to actually like literally set an alarm, which I have. I literally have set alarms to go off for people like John every day at 1 o'clock, 101. My alarm goes off on my phone to message John. And so I do. I make sure I touch base with him. So that is an opportunity to just get over that, and we can talk through that stuff. And at the very least, if you just went in there and you did 1 or 2 exercises and that's all you did, cool. You don't need to do 18. The majority of the workouts I ever do, I do maybe 3 exercises. And I just do a lot of sets and reps of those. And then when I go back in another time, I will do a bunch of another angle of the exercise thing and do like 6, 7, 8 sets, and that's like it. That's how I work out. What we did today, we did benching. So my buddy and I, he benched, I benched, he benched, I benched, and we did that for I don't know, it was like 6, 7 sets. And then I went to the dip thing back here, which is
Hmm.
I did dips out this thing here like this. I was here just going busting them out up and down. So I did like 15 of those. And then I went to the back, this thing here in the light, this machine, and I did
Yeah.
tricep thing. And I did these things. And I just went back and forth. We did 5 sets of those. And then we laid on the bench thing there and we just laid, we were at an incline. I just did these. That was it. That was the workout. It was 4 exercises. Took us about 40 some, 50 minutes, about 50 minutes. I'm starting to feel it. Then that was it. So you can literally just go in and pick, okay, it's a back day. I'm going to do bent over rows. I'm just going to grab dumbbells and bent over rows. And I'm going to do bicep curls. That's it. And you do 10 sets of each and you leave and you're good. So it didn't have to be
Yeah.
a lot. And someone asks you what you're doing, you're like, well, my coach told me to do this. Just blame it on me. So, whatever.
Yeah, I'm also debating because another issue I have is the gym here, right? It's
Yeah.
pretty limited, right? Like if
It's
someone,
stop. It doesn't matter. You will use what you have access to. That's
well,
it.
I just meant like, would it be worthwhile
Yes.
getting a membership somewhere?
No. No.
No? Okay.
Why? Because then you have to like transport yourself. How long does it take you to get to the gym in the place?
Not long at all.
No, no, like literally tell me how long it takes for you to leave this space where you're sitting right now to walk there.
Realistically,
Like a minute?
2.5 minutes, 3, it's all the way at the end of the building.
Yeah, so
So
3
two and a
minutes.
half minutes, 3 minutes. Yes.
3 minutes. If you got a gym membership somewhere, the closest gym to you, how long is it gonna take you to leave where you're sitting to get into the door?
Depending on the bus. But it's the next stop. Not long, but definitely longer than 3 minutes.
Time. Time. How long?
Okay, if I go there and the bus is right there, 7 minutes. If I have to wait, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Like
What
immediately, if the bus comes every
you're like,
12.
damn it, you're like running and then you
Yeah,
stop.
I
No,
know.
it's so away from me.
I
Like
know.
how
The bus runs every 12 minutes, so if I miss
okay,
it,
so 12
12
plus
minutes,
7, so 20 minutes. Okay,
pretty
so
much.
7 to
Yes.
20 minutes, it's a variable. And then we add that on the other side, 7 to 12 minutes. So you're talking about 20 to 40 minutes of transportation time to go work out at the gym. It doesn't even make sense. You'd be
Mhm,
done with your workout before you got there and back. If you just sat on the bus, basically. So,
mhm.
no, I will not allow you to do that. So we walk down to the gym and we use what we have access to and we maximize. You don't need a lot. You literally need dumbbells to get a really good workout, and that's it. You don't need much. So don't think about anything else about how much you do or don't need, or even if it's busy, it's a small place, it's not a lot of access to so many dumbbells. Okay, cool. Well, just go do some push-ups and squats until something opens up, and then go grab the dumbbells and do your thing. And then you put them down like someone grabs them, and you go back and do more push-ups and squats until the thing becomes available. Or you say, hey man, let's superset, let's work in together. So you do a set and I'll do a set, and you just crank. And then you just that's how you do it. So all
Got it.
right.
Mhm.
And that's all that we need to do. So yeah, you're not allowed to get a gym membership.
No
Don't
problem.
need don't need so, and we can even get to specifics of just doing a body part, chest, back, shoulder, leg. So we could get into that if we needed the time. But ultimately you want to do full body stuff as we're still trying to like burn fat and use exercise to do that to reshape your body. And so we can do that in the beginning for a while until it settles in. So we think about it. All right, I do an upper major muscle movement. I do a secondary and I do legs. So what do I mean by that? I do chest, tricep, legs. I do shoulders, deltoids, legs. I do back, bicep, legs. There's 3 workouts for you. There you go. That's it. And if you went and you did 10 sets of all 3 of those, maybe an extra set or 2 for warm up, we're good. Done. Check the box, leave. Maybe 20 to 30 minutes worth of effort. And you can even circuit it where you do chest, tricep, legs, and you just circle that for 10 sets. You're going to be pretty sweaty and wiped out by the time you're done. But if we need it for the time efficiency, then that's what we do. But if you have some time in there, then we do chest, tricep, legs, and then we take a breather. You breathe a little bit for like 30 seconds, and then you go back to the chest again. And that's how you would do it. So
Got it.
upper body major movement, secondary, like the bicep, triceps, or delts, and legs, squats, deadlifts, lunges are going to be the primary things that you would do. That's it. There's your
Got
workouts
it.
for the ongoing, and you just do the chest circuit the one day. The next time you go in, you do the back, and then the next time you go in, you do the shoulders, and then you get right back, and you just rotate through that. During COVID, I did this same workout. I would come in here because I love working out, but I would not purposely. I don't like working out by myself. I've been working out for 2 decades this is like every day almost. And so I'll share this real quick.
Mm.
This is my workout sheet. This tracks every day that I worked out and what I did. So you can see on here, there's a date, there's some initials, and it all means something to me. It means nothing. You're like, what the heck is this? This is scribbled on board, right? With stuff. But today, 318, D is in Dan, C is chest. Dan came on the 16th, D and B, back. And then I did something on the 12th with chest. And then tomorrow he's coming. We're going to do shoulders. I'm not doing legs because my butt still hurts. But that's the setup. And I just keep rotating through that thing. Or when I was in the COVID times, I would do a chest, back, shoulder, and legs. That's the rotation. I would do 10 reps of those 4 exercises all day long. All day long. So on this board, I just mark off when I got through a round. And that was it. And I did a modest amount of weight. I would do a weight that I didn't have to warm up for. I could come out here, I could bench press and I could leave. Or I could come out, bench press, do pull ups and shoulder presses and leave. Or I could do bench press, pull ups, shoulders, press, and squats and do 3 sets of that and then leave and then come back later. And I would just work through and I'd hash off. And I did that, allowed me to be super successful at being able to lift weights consistently during COVID when I was by myself and I wanted to work out, but it was more time and energy because I only have time for this or for that. And that's it. I don't have any more extra time. It's all gone. So it's just this or that. So you and I both have the same problem, time management. So, and it's all relevant to like I've got 4 kids and 5 animals and whatever else, but that's my life. So I'm busy, but you're busy too, right? So, and you have your life that you're juggling all the things and stuff. So then we just figure it out. But you just said it. If I only go 4 days in a week, then I have 3 workout days. If I go 5 days, then I have 2 workout days. There you go. Pretty simple for you to manage your workout rotation now. Does that make
Mm.
sense?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does.
So, and at some point, you will need the recovery meetings less. And then maybe you're working out 3 or 4 days a week. but then also your situation's going to evolve, and you'll have a car, and you'll get out, and you'll have a place to be at and live and all and stuff. So that will change, and maybe you're like, well, shoot, I'm going to have dumbbells and stuff at my house, so I don't have to get a gym membership. Cool. Then you don't have to do that. So
Yeah,
you
for
in.
sure.
So all right. So there's some
So
ideas, fit it in, but I like the chest, back, shoulder days, those 3 rotations. So you do a chest exercise. It doesn't matter what chest exercise, bench press, dumbbells, push-ups, dips, doesn't matter. You do some tricep and you do squats. The next day you do back, biceps, and you do like lunges. And then on the shoulder day, you do shoulders, delts, and deadlifts. There you go. There's your workout routine. You do 10 sets of each, 10 reps. Boom. We're good. At least for the next couple weeks until you're like, "Hey man, I'm getting bored of this."
yeah,
Usually what it is. But if you literally only did something for your chest, like a bench press or similar, you did a pull up or a row or similar, you did shoulder press, and you did legs and abs, if you did those 5 things indefinitely for the rest of your life, you'll be very fit, very in shape. It would be the most boring workout that you could tell anyone. They'd look at you like, "That's what you do," but you'd be fit, you'd be in shape, you'd be strong, functional, capable, and it was just based off those major muscle movements because that's how you move your body.
mm,
Alright?
got it.
So, any questions?
As of right now, no. I'm sure
Cool.
the first time that I actually go to the gym, I'll be hitting you up for sure.
Oh.
But
Send me a video. Like, am I doing this right?
yeah,
Cool. I've watched people squat and tell it and all this stuff. I mean, that was like 10 years of my career just staring at people work out. So not a problem.
got it.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Uh, there's a simple rotation. I'll message that in our group or in our
Okay,
chat of that setup so that then you're not trying to remember what I said after this call. And then book a time with me
I will do.
before Wednesday. And if you don't see one, then just ask. Be like, "Hey, Brian, do you have any time around this time on this day?" And then I can use you. I can fit it in. So,
Okay.
all right.
Yeah, I'll look over it,
Coolio, man. All right. Later, Gator. Be well.
man. Thank you,
Thank
man.
you.
You
Crush.
too.
Super happy. Crushing it.
Thank you,
Keep it up.
man. Thank you,
Bye
man.
bye.
All right, bye.
Thanks for joining us on this roundtable. And I just wanted to let you see what we talk about. It's real engagement with real guys. I believe that community is a huge missing piece in our time now. Guys are lonelier, they are strange, they do not have the resources, the time, the ability to manage effective weight loss or long term success. And that's why I even created the Call to Rise in the first place, is to help empower guys to have sustainable processes that give them the lifelong results that they need to show up for their family and even more importantly for themselves. So that's thecalltorise.com. 100 days. If you're interested in joining, it's pretty easy. You can email me, Brian at brianprana.com. You can go to thecalltorise.com and click on any of the red buttons. There's a bunch of them. That website very thoroughly goes through everything that you need to know and understand of what the program is about. Guys, I like to win. I don't even like to win. I love winning. And if any one guy works with me, I'm going to guarantee as much as I possibly can to give it our all to give you as much success with our time together. I even have a money back guarantee. As long as you do the work and we don't have progress, then we will do something about that. And I will offer that back because I'm in it to win it with you for you to be successful. That's it. And the people that show up on my doorstep are winners and they really want to work hard to be successful. So check it out. Love to have you and keep listening into these podcasts. There's so many more already in the line, in the pipeline, ready to go so that you get knowledge, education, and you can apply it into your everyday life. Thanks for showing up. Off we go to the next one.